on the Westwood One radio network. Philadelphia Eagles first-round pick Jalen Carter spoke Friday. The 9th overall pick was asked about his conditioning and assured reporters he's in much better shape now after a disappointing performance at Georgia's Pro Day in March. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy remains on track in his rehab from elbow surgery. General Manager John Lynch hinted that June is likely the earliest Purdy can start throwing again. A deal for a new Buffalo Bills stadium was voted on and unanimously approved. The $1.54 billion stadium, slated to open in 2026, is to be built adjacent to Bills' current home in Orchard Park. And the Colts released quarterback Nick Foles Friday. The former Super Bowl MVP spent only one season in Indianapolis. 4th overall draft pick Anthony Richardson, Gardner Minshew, and Sam Ehlinger round out the Colts quarterback room. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Today on Hey Culligan, how smart is your water? Here's Tracy.
Hey Culligan, I think my water might be dumb.
Good news, Tracy. Your water's not dumb. It's just not talking to you.
You can make my water talk.
No, but the new Culligan Smart Drinking Water System can talk to your phone to tell you when your water filters need changing and help you meet drinking water goals.
Now that's some brilliant H2O.
You said it, Tracy, and we're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with the local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
I switched to Boost Mobile and got a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Want to know the best part?
It was free?
Nope.
The fact that it's on America's largest 5G networks?
Nope. It's the ding.
Oh, yeah. Love the ding.
Right? It's all about the ding. It's the dingarooski, the dingaroner, the ring-a-ding-ding.
Unleash your power to save with Boost. Get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone when you switch. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power.
And the ding.
Limited time offer. New customers only. Available on select networks. 5G not available everywhere. One device per line. Tax excluded. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Well, good morning, Starshine. It's a Saturday. It is the 6th day of May, 2023. Yeah, okay. You probably had just one shot of Don Julio too many. Yeah, earthquake. Well, no, we didn't have an earthquake. That was just that Don Julio speaking back, right? Yeah, we did have an earthquake. Magnitude 3.5, 7:16 a.m. And the epicenter right under Heber. So it wasn't all that big, but when it happens right underneath you, you feel it a whole lot more. And as I said, I've heard people say, oh, it's earthquake weather. There is no such thing as earthquake weather. They are not related, okay? No scientific evidence, I don't care what William Shatner says. Yeah, no scientific evidence to approve that theory. Oh, well, let's see. What is going on these days? Well, lots of things. Yeah. The hit series Yellowstone is set to end after its 5th season. I've never seen it. I might enjoy it, but I've never seen it. I'm sorry, I'm not big on television. Old movies and sports. Aside from that, and the History Channel. Well, anyway, the series Yellowstone will end after its 5th season. It comes months after reports that lead actor Kevin Costner would be leaving the series to focus on other projects. Yeah, and from what I've read in the tabloids, apparently the other projects include saving his marriage. Yeah. Oh, well. And, coming up, Metropolitan State University will have a set of quadruplets taking part in commencement ceremonies. Quadruplets. Luke, Abigail, Julia, and Rachel Molnar will accept their degrees May 12th. 4 college graduates in a bunch, or as their parents called them, their bundles of joy that cost them bundles of moolah. Yes, my granddaughter, Emily Ann, will graduate from the University of Nebraska. The ceremony is May 19th. No, 20th, May 20th, Saturday, May 20th. So, that was one college education I didn't pay for. Let's see. We do have birthdays today. We're going to celebrate our big shot birthdays to begin with. Singer Bob Seger is 78. Singer and comedian Lulu Roman. I remember her from Hee Haw. Yeah, she's 77. The only time I ever watched Hee Haw is when I would stop by my in-laws' house. Actor Alan Dale is 76. Actor Richard Cox, 75. TV host Tom Bergeron is 68. Actor Roma Downey, 63. Actor Julianne Phillips, 63. Actor George Clooney, 62. Actor Leslie Hope is 58. Actor Geneva Carr, 57. Mark Bryan of Hootie and the Blowfish, 56. Guitarist Chris Shiflett of the Foo Fighters, 52. Actor Stacey Oristano is 44. Actor Adrian Palicki is 40. Actor Gaborni Sidibe is 40. Actor Naomi Scott is 30. Okie dokie. How about some local birthdays? We can do that. We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Becky Hernandez, Irene Pineda, Danny Vela Jr., Eric James Noriega, Ernesto Mendoza, Karen Gonzalez, Manuel Garcia, Michael Staten, Sharon Guzman, and Dylan Morales. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, a relatively short list, but full of power there. Okay, let's see. A new report out. And I would say I'm probably on this list. 1 in 3 people admit to shouting at their computer. Yes. And especially after Microsoft or Apple decide they're going to update to make your things better. Yeah. And then you can't find anything, right? Yeah, you know how that one works. We're going to make it better for you. New and improved. Now you can't find anything that won't do what it used to do. Oh, well. Anyway. And, we did point out yesterday, of course, Cinco de Mayo. Lots of celebrations going on, and some of them continuing today. So, and if you do celebrate, make sure you celebrate responsibly. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. It doesn't celebrate Mexican independence. It celebrates the Mexican victory over the French at the Battle of Puebla. Okay? Yeah. So I think I will continue my celebration with a bratwurst and a Guinness.
My name is Josephine Conway, and I'm an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ibfoodbank.org.
Let's take a look at World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, they are your year-round comfort specialists.
California headline news. Striking members of the Writers Guild of America were back on the picket line yesterday as their strike against the studios continues. Members are getting support from other union members.
I also come from a union that was just on the verge of a strike with Actors Equity, and so there is strength in numbers that, we continue to see time and time again.
Former UC Davis student 21-year-old Carlos Dominguez made his first court appearance yesterday afternoon, accused of killing 2 people and severely wounding a third during a recent stabbing spree in Davis near the university. This is his public defender, Dan Hutchinson.
Enter not guilty pleas to all counts and denials to all enhancements.
Republican Assembly member Bill Saley has introduced a bill that would ask the U.S. government to put a pause on the development of artificial intelligence. And a University of California Berkeley professor is apologizing for falsely claiming Native American heritage. Elizabeth Hoover says she is a white person whose Native American identity came from family stories. Mike Salceda, California Headline News.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
CBS News Brief. Pageantry in London as King Charles III and his queen are officially crowned in a ceremony steeped in tradition. This woman was there.
Part of history, isn't it? So to be part of this event is just, it's once in a lifetime, really. So we got up at 3 a.m. to get here for 7 to get the spot.
Congressional leaders are set to meet with President Biden to discuss the nation's debt ceiling. CBS's Scott McFarland reports.
There has to be some new combination of Republicans and Democrats that get behind whatever is going to solve the problem and avert the crisis.
The U.S. and Saudi Arabia are welcoming talks between the rival factions who have been fighting in Sudan.
The discussions are officially described as pre-negotiation talks. According to the Sudanese army, they'll focus on the idea of humanitarian corridors, as well as protecting civilian infrastructure, such as hospitals.
BBC reporter Grant Barrett, CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keyes.
And that's it for this look at World and California news headlines. Brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, they are your year-round comfort specialists.
Agriculture arson is on the rise in Imperial County. Haystack fires destroy private property and negatively impact our region's economy, including jobs. You can make a difference by reporting suspicious activity. Cash rewards are available for information leading to an arrest and conviction. To provide a tip, call the Imperial County Sheriff's Department at 442-265-2021. That's 442-265-2021. Burn a bail, go to jail. It's as simple as that.
And it's time to take a look at local news, page 1. Local news, page 1, a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Earthquake, 3.5 magnitude earthquake. It occurred at 7:16 this morning. The epicenter right underneath the community of Heber. Again, magnitude 3.5. And prior to that 3.5, there were several microquakes. Following that, several other microquakes. No reports of any injuries or damages at this time. Well, the U.S. General Services Administration, the GSA, says that the new permanent southbound roadway at the downtown Calexico Port of Entry will open at 10 a.m. on Monday. The project is part of Phase 2A of the port's larger modernization and expansion project. The entrance to the permanent roadway remains at the intersection of West 2nd Street and Cesar Chavez Boulevard. Work on Phase 2A continues with the installation of a pre-primary vehicle inspection area shade canopy, a new administration building, employee parking area, and 6 additional northbound vehicle inspection lanes. Well, today you can celebrate Campo Days at the Motor Transport Museum in Campo. There'll be all sorts of things. The Gaskell Brothers Stone Store Museum, Camp Lockett Event and Equestrian Facility, the Pacific Southwest Railway Museum, all participating. And Campo Days today, 9 till 5. Tomorrow, 9 till 4. Experience the history and heritage of Campo. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve. Assemblyman Eduardo Garcia will hold community office hours at his Imperial District office today. The assembly member will be available from 9 until noon. The first hour dedicated to constituent casework. Open discussion on proposed health care legislation will begin at 10 a.m. The assembly member's office is located at 1101 Airport Road in the county airport terminal. And it's coming soon. The Imperial Valley Economic and Energy Summit is coming. The Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation, along with other organizations, will host the annual event June 15th at Imperial Valley College. There'll be presentations, conversations, and discussions about leading and emerging industries in the Imperial Valley. Well, that fire that was reported last weekend at Spreckle Sugar continues to smolder. Imperial County Fire Department and the Office of Emergency Services are monitoring the situation. According to officials, that fire deep-seated in organic material and could smolder for an extended period of time. That's it for page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Coming up, we've got page 2 and a look at the weather.
Are you ready for a new career? CET is ready for you. CET has grants available so farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. Learn more at cetweb.edu farm worker admissions to see if you qualify. At the Center for Employment Training, we've been serving farm workers since 1967. Enroll anytime, and all programs can be completed in under a year. Job placement assistance for all graduates. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu.
And it's page 2 of the local news, along with the weather. Page 2, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls. Over 50 different varieties of sushi rolls. That's one for every state. I'm waiting for one for the District of Columbia. Maybe another one for Puerto Rico or Guam. The California Highway Patrol is investigating a major injury accident. It was reported at 4:15 this morning at Highway 98 and Barbara Worth Road. 2 vehicles involved, and there were major injuries. The accident, again, remains under investigation. Well, today, it's the City of Calipatria Community Cleanup Day, a chance for Calipat residents to get rid of old furniture, mattresses, yard waste, large appliances, even televisions, computers, and other e-waste. Calipat residents can drop the items off at 525 South Sorensen between 8 a.m. till noon. And again, there is no charge for the service. A Brawley man is in custody in connection with 2 attempted murders in Brawley. 20-year-old Isaac Elizondo was taken into custody by Brawley police and booked into Imperial County Jail on 2 counts of attempted murder and criminal threats. He's being held on $1 million bail. And an El Centro woman was taken into custody after attempting to cash a fraudulent check. Calexico police responded to a border city check cashing business after being notified of a woman attempting to cash the bogus check. A 43-year-old El Centro woman was taken into custody on suspicion of check fraud after several modified checks were found in her possession and in her car. According to Calexico police, this is an ongoing investigation. KXO News Time is 7:48. Weather coming up.
K Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates sushi rolls, one for each of our 50 states. And come join them with their famous sake bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingan. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at K Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at KSushiBarandGrill.com.
The National Weather Service says dry conditions will continue to prevail this weekend into early next week, while temperatures warm back to around normal readings by Monday. Daytime breeziness will also be quite common most days through the first half of next week. Another dry weather system, mostly bypassing our region to the north Tuesday into Wednesday, will at least deliver a brief cool down before another warming trend later next week into the following weekend. 80 the high in the valley yesterday, 54 the overnight low. Today will be sunny with a high near 85. West winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Tonight mostly clear, a low around 58. West winds 15 to 25 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Sunday, sunny with a high near 88. Northwest wind about 10 miles per hour. And right now downtown El Centro, we have 63 degrees, 42% relative humidity. The wind out of the northwest, 5 to 7 miles an hour. And in case you missed it, a magnitude 3.5 earthquake at 7:16 this morning. Epicenter was Heber. And 3.5 isn't all that big, but when it's right underneath you, then you feel it. Local news, page 2, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. The dinner menu, well, that features 16 different entrees. K Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86. That's in Imperial.
Golfers, it's time to go play. Del Rio Country Club is looking good. Won't be long till the greens are fast and true. Del Rio Country Club has brought back their winter punch card. 5 rounds for $245. That's a saving of $75 and can be used anytime. Looking to become a member? Del Rio Country Club offers membership for the whole family. And just a reminder, lunch is available 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily, and the menu is good. Don't forget to download the Del Rio app to book your tea times and order lunch in advance. Or call 760-344-0085. That's 344-0085. Del Rio Country Club.
And it's sports time. Sports time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network. They're working together to provide you the very best care. Kentucky Derby favorite Forte has been scratched from today's race, according to Churchill Downs. The decision to remove Forte was made after a morning workout. Forte galloped on the track and then jogged outside the barn with trainer Todd Pletcher and co-owner Mike Rapol, seen meeting with a state racing commission veterinarian afterward. No immediate reason for the scratch was announced. Forte had stumbled on the track during a workout Thursday, although Pletcher had downplayed it. Forte, who is on a 5-race winning streak, had been listed as a 3-1 morning line favorite prior to the scratch. Meanwhile, Tappet Trice and Angel of Empire were both listed at 6-1 before Forte's withdrawal. Forte becomes the 5th horse to be scratched from the Derby, the first time since 1936 that many horses have been pulled from the race. The Kentucky Derby is now set to run with 18 horses. That's 8 too many. We've got to look at NBA action. It's the playoffs that seem to go on forever. The Celtics picked up a win. They beat the 76ers 114-102. Boston leads the series 2-1. And the Suns stopped the Nuggets 121-114. Denver continues to lead. They've got a 2-1 advantage in the series.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, let's take a trip around Major League Baseball ballparks from Petco in San Diego. It was Fernando Tatis with 2 home runs off of Clayton Kershaw, and the Padres prevailed. They beat the Dodgers 5-2. Yu Darvish picked up the win with giving up just 1 earned run and 6 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings. Meanwhile, the Angels edged the Rangers 5-4. Athletics won. They beat the Royals, who are almost as hapless, 12-8. Tigers tripped the Cardinals 5-4. Cubs over the Marlins 4-1. Blue Jays shut out the Pirates 4-0. Rays nipped the Yankees 5-4. White Sox edged the Reds 5-4. Red Sox over the Phillies 5-3. Mets blanked the Rockies 1-0. Twins topped the Guardians 2-0. The Orioles over the Braves 9-4. Diamondbacks dumped the Nationals 3-1. Astros topped the Mariners 6-4. Same score, Giants beat the Brewers. That one also 6-4. And the Colts, Indianapolis Colts, well, the quarterback position still up in the air. Yesterday, the Colts released veteran Nick Foles. Foles, one of 4 quarterbacks on the roster, became further expendable when the Colts used the 4th overall selection of last week's NFL draft on former Florida quarterback Anthony Richardson. By the way, remaining on the Colts roster, Gardner Minshew and Sam Ehlinger. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time, as in spaghetti sandwiches for dinner. They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Leroy, 71's backed up. What's your 20? Over.
Olivia needs more drivers for her trucking company to go the extra mile.
I've got 3 more stops to make.
She wants to hitch a team to drive business forward.
Lots of double nickels on the 169. You know what I'm over? This driver shortage.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
It's financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you this morning by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. All signs were pointing to a cooling labor market. Instead, the latest jobs report showed the unemployment rate fell to 3.4% in April after 253,000 jobs were added last month. But hiring isn't strong across the board. It's concentrated in a handful of industries. Employers continue to hire for in-demand skills while pulling back on non-essential headcount, said Becky Frankowitz, President and Chief Commercial Officer at Manpower Group, a staffing agency. The bulk of the new jobs last month came from gains in professional and business services, healthcare, leisure and hospitality, specialized construction contractors, and food and drinking services. So what's the federal government going to be doing these days? Well, the rate hikes appear to be on hold. We'll just have to kind of wait and see what happens there. Meanwhile, Fox sent a cease and desist letter yesterday to Media Matters, the progressive watchdog, and its president, demanding that it take down embarrassing behind-the-scenes videos of Tucker Carlson attacking Fox News streaming service and making crude remarks while joking with staff. The footage, published over the last week in a series of clips, comes in the wake of Carlson's abrupt firing at the right-wing network, and as a steady drip of leaked text messages show the former primetime star making racist and denigrating comments.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 85. West winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 58. West wind 15 to 25 miles an hour, gusting up to 35 miles an hour. Sunny on Sunday with a high near 88. Northwest wind about 10 miles an hour. And right now, downtown El Centro, 64 degrees, 43% relative humidity. Wind is out of the northwest, 5 to 7 miles an hour. Yes, you did feel an earthquake, at least in the south end. Magnitude 3.5 earthquake recorded at 7:16 this morning. Epicenter was Heber. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Vicki Barker in London. King Charles III has been crowned in a ceremony dating back 10 centuries, promising to serve his people as his mother did for 70 years.
I, William, Prince of Wales.
Son and heir Prince William kneeling before his royal father, pledging his loyalty and service, watched by his son and heir, 9-year-old Prince George, who served as a page. Watching from a third-row seat in a plain dark suit, Prince Harry. Then, the famous balcony appearance, King Charles and Queen Camilla wearing their bejeweled purple velvet crowns, waving at the hundreds of thousands below, cheering them on. Now with more CBS News, here's Allison Keyes.
Forte, an early favorite for the Kentucky Derby, has been scratched hours before the race. The horse's co-owner says state veterinarians had concerns about a bruised right front foot. The colt stumbled on the track during a workout. 5 horses have died in the past week. A close call for an American pilot. CBS's David Martin with more.
A U.S. Air Force pilot is listed in stable condition after he ejected from his F-16 jet fighter over South Korea. The plane went down at about 9:45 local time this morning in an agricultural area about 40 miles south of the demilitarized zone separating North from South Korea.
President Biden says he's running for re-election and was asked on a special edition of MSNBC's 11th Hour with Stephanie Rule about his age.
Because I've acquired a hell of a lot of wisdom. I know more than the vast majority of people. I'm more experienced than anybody who's ever run for the office. And I think I've proven myself to be honorable as well as also effective.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas spent the day at the border where there are worries about an influx of migrants amid the ending of a pandemic-era policy.
In a post-Title 42 environment, we will be
using our expedited removal authorities under Title VIII of the United States Code.
The DEA has announced the outcome of a year-long probe into Mexican cartels that are pouring fentanyl onto the streets of the nation. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
DEA Administrator Ann Milgram says over the past year, her agency and law enforcement partners have seized nearly 44 million fentanyl pills and arrested more than 3,000 people, from couriers transporting pills across the border to sellers on social media.
Not into horse racing. In the nation's capital this afternoon, the running of the Chihuahuas is happening. This is CBS News.
Find your next great hire with Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet Jet. With Swiffer Wet Jet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer Wet Jet. The faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you, with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Credit or debit cards when you buy stuff.
Credit cards are nearly universally accepted, leaving some people to never carry cash at all. Financial experts say credit cards are the way to go, especially if
you pay your bills in full every month and avoid interest, then you should put everything on a credit card.
CreditCards.com analyst Ted Rossman says the benefits are numerous.
Rewards, you get buyer protections, convenience, and security.
Not so with debit cards.
The biggest thing I worry about with debit cards is the security aspect.
Stephen Kaufman, CBS News.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill want to crack down on young people in social media. 4 senators have introduced a bill that would ban children under the age of 13 from using things like Facebook and TikTok and give parents more control over what teens under the age of 18 can access. The 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans have children, and they say they are representing millions of worried parents. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Present to you with this year's Choice YouTuber Award,
Carroll Buckley.
Prepare to get rocked.
That was unbelievable.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230